Hello, welcome to Afro Zone, live here on iAfrica SL, and we are shooting live from the View Hotel here at the New City Hall. I'm your host, Ambassador Bash, and today we have another amazing and special guest, one of Sierra Leone's renowned strong woman, a beauty queen, and also a multimedia executive, Sarah Lara Solomon. Don't go nowhere, I'll be right back shortly. So yes, indeed. Welcome back, and many thanks always for taking your time watching this wonderful platform. Madam Sarah, it's a pleasure having you.
It's a pleasure being here, Ambassador Bash. Thank you for having me.
For the very first time.
For the very first time.
I've spent 15 years in the media, and I'm all equals to you now. I keep on asking myself, why?
Well, God's time, probably.
Okay. But the last time I was at your show.
Yes, you were.
And,
you were. I have posted you.
And so it's 1-0 against me.
No, we're 1-1 now.
Okay.
In fact, I would say 2-1 because mine was on radio and yours is live on TV. So I'll say 2-1.
Okay.
Because yours is both on site and you listen and you see. Mine was just listening. So.
And at the same time, your beauty will show more. But be careful, misses. Take the down memory.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, back then, small young was common before you migrated to pageantry.
Most definitely. Everyone wanted me to be that on their wedding, but my parents refused, most people, because you know, you come to people and they would say, oh, it's too fine, and not put your you know, all that thing. So my parents would turn down most people, but I definitely, you know, made it to some weddings as a small girl. Okay.
And after that, when did you tap into the opportunity as a beauty queen back then in pageantry?
That was in 2010 when I was in school. I was Miss Convent. Well, still am Miss Convent 2010. And I did that for fun, probably peer pressure, because my friends felt I could do it. I was pretty, I was smart, and all of that, and I could be that. So I was like, okay, let me give it a shot. Not that I was so passionate about it. But then on to Miss Sierra Leone. That was 8 years after Miss Convent. I don't know what got into me, but I just felt this. I don't know if I was overtaken by a spirit or something. I just got up from my bed and I told my sisters in the sitting room that, oh, I'm going for Miss Sierra Leone this year. And they were all like, oh, we don't believe you.
Consider the fact that you don't have too much passion, you're a shy person.
You know, so. They were like, we don't believe you, because they had been on my neck for years. People had been on my neck for years. Since after Miss Convent, oh, you could do this, you could change this and that, go do this thing, you know, change narratives and everything. I was like, no, I'm not ready, I can't do this, I have no interest, especially thinking of all the narratives tagged to entertainment, to pageantry and all of that. But I guess I gained confidence, more confidence, when I eventually decided to go into pageantry. I realized no matter where you find yourself, no matter what you do, people will always have things to say, and then everything lies in your hands. You know you want to.
You just have to let go and make the dream come true.
Well, yeah. So
what happened after the Miss Sierra Leone?
A lot. A lot. If I
controversies.
A lot of controversies, lots of things, and lots of opportunities as well. You know, there are lots of open doors as well, even up till now. And I don't even know which one to start with, because if we start analyzing all of those things, we wouldn't even.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but my husband, then boyfriend, and I registered a company, Eminence Africa, which probably every Sierra Leonean now knows about, and it's grown so big, so much that it's now a holding company with 6 subsidiaries. Initially, it was just Eminence Africa Entertainment, a company with departments. But then we were advised that it's growing so big that we could actually make it a subsidiary, you know. So every subsidiary company does things on their own and becomes sustainable. So that is where we are now, and by the grace of God, as an executive director, not a beauty queen, you know, I've been made the face of the very first entrepreneurs magazine in Sierra Leone. You can call me cover girl.
I saw it. Congratulations. I saw it from you sent it to me. I was like, that's my personal person. I was so amazed.
Thank you, Bash. Thank you, Bash. Me too, because it was such a great opportunity. This is actually the first. I'm not just delighted because I'm the first cover girl for that magazine. I'm also delighted because this is the first time Sierra Leone is, and I know I've made history with this magazine. As much as we're trying to push entertainment, everything is coming to light. There are still spaces in this country that are lacking. Example, entrepreneurs. You know, so getting to share what young people do in that magazine, how far they've come, where exactly they hope to be, you know, their works, everything they do, their passion and all of that. It just says a lot about where we're going. And I am definitely
It does come across executive directors that are female in terms of multimedia. Consider the fact that the huge platform Eminence Africa has gained, you know, over the years. I must say it's a blessing. How do you want to make use of the opportunity more and more?
Thank you, Bash. I don't know if it's an opportunity for me. You know, I see that as being normal for me. Okay. But you're right, there aren't enough female executive directors, especially in multimedia and entertainment. Probably not any, beside me even. But then, how I intend on making use of this opportunity, I hope people see how capable we could be as women, as girls. I hope you understand how much we could do, how creative we can get.
So that's a beauty with brain.
Well,
yeah, that's the end point. I know we want the female to come in front, but at the same time, we want competent women to come in front.
Competent women, yes. When it comes, well, not just brains, you have to be determined, you have to be hardworking, you have to be passionate. It takes a lot more than just brains. I always tell people, you could get all the degree you want, all the ideas if you like, get all the talents in the world, get everything. If you lack attitude, good attitude, character, if you lack certain values in life, it takes you nowhere. So no matter the degree, no matter what I have, no matter what idea I have, I work with people, lots of young people, different creatives who feel they know what they do, they understand what they do, they are professionals at what they do. So it takes a lot to balance people, their characters, their personalities, you know, working with teams, leading people. It takes a whole lot more than just being a professional. It takes character and it takes values. It takes a whole lot more. So it's not just about chasing the papers. You know, you have to make sure to pay attention to yourself as well, and make sure you're self-developed, because you need it to be able to lead. You need it to be able to, you know, impact and do what you have to do, and making sure that we develop what we're passionate about.
I think it's a tough football season for you. Consider for the Manchester United, it's not performing as expected. And Eminence Africa and Manchester United are close to your heart.
Most definitely. Most definitely. You know, people ask me a lot what I do for leisure. I watch football. I follow up on football, most especially Manchester United. And I consider my work leisure, imagine, sometimes, because this is something I so love doing. So I could be at the office from 9 to 5, and then when I come home sometimes, I just think, okay, I have this to do, I have that write-up to do, I have this proposal to do. I do them in my leisure time. I consider them fun because these are things that I love doing. And as for Manchester United, obviously, this is such an unfortunate season for us. But I am so... Most definitely. Most definitely. I feel Tenet has... Well, I haven't really followed up on him more. But I feel he's got this drive. I see Pep and Klopp in him. You know, I see a reflection of Pep and Klopp in him. I see he's so agile, he's so active, he knows what he wants. You know, he stated what he wants. And I feel we'll go far because we needed that. I feel the past two managers we've had, Solskjaer and Rangnick, they're soft. And they've been taken advantage of by players, and then we blame the coaches.
And those players' statuses can sometimes destroy a coach.
Most definitely. And once they feel they have the power, they don't listen to you. Okay. And then once you put the power in their hands by, you know, making them think or making them believe that, oh, you would make me lose my job if you lose games, and then they will definitely use that against you. Wow. But then if you make them understand that if you mess up, you leave, I sell you, I replace you, you know, make them understand that this is my job, I am in charge, it becomes...
Say that, I know you're hopeful. You're hopeful.
I am. I feel next season is going to be a totally different season for Manchester United. And of course in high places. I am so hopeful.
Let's talk about the foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know those traits from the bond, and after the mysterious, you promised yourself you have to went down there and move on to some charity as a way of giving back. You know, tell us more.
Well, okay, before the foundation, so during my Sierra Leone reign, I went to Bonth. My mother and father were born in Bonth. Wow. They partly were raised in Bonth. We went to Bonth Secondary School, so I made it a point of duty to visit my Bonth, and that was the town I represented for Miss Sierra Leone, the district. I was Miss Bonth before Miss Sierra Leone, so I just felt I was obliged to do that, and they were welcoming, and everything, you know, went smoothly.
The foundation is not on your name. Why?
Because the foundation is named after two very important women in my life. And that would be my mom and my late cousin. They're both late. My mom and cousin. They played really great. Thank you. They played really great roles in my life. And if I am where I am today,
so that's Patricia.
Patricia is my mom. My late mom, and Mancha is my late cousin. Okay. Yeah, my big sister. Yeah. So the foundation is definitely about raising women. If you look at the logo, you see a hand of one woman.
And it's I love the creativity.
Thank you. So, but you know, while I was still in Miss Sierra Leone, which was when I registered the foundation, there were lots of voices. You know, the voice in the market is so loud. Everyone keeps saying, "Oh, do this, do that. Come from this angle, come from that angle." And I definitely didn't want to come from an angle where everyone comes from. You know, when it comes to domestic violence and abuse against women, when it comes to women's rights and girls' rights, everyone deals in the aspect of advocacy and activism. So I've been really trying to see where I can come from that will be a little different but then impactful as well. So that had made me pause a little bit on the foundation to, you know, try to see how I could actually storm again. Yes, to look for a space that I could come in and really make great impact. So that's where I am now. And I'm relaunching again this year, sometime later this year. The foundation is being relaunched, and I have found that space. And
you'll be back stronger than before.
Stronger than before. You'll hear from me.
I know. I'll definitely hear from you because I'm always in touch with you. Okay, we'll take a quick commercial break and we'll be back shortly. And instead of me, Sarah Solomon. the beauty is something different. So, what was the game on April 1st? They come on here. Let's discuss.
April Fool. You could say April Fool.
Wait, what?
It worked. So, Sierra Leone, I've watched some of your shows and people have expressed what the challenges are in Sierra Leone, especially when it comes to youth supporting each other and all. And you know, I think what people find pleasure in more is seeing someone else going down. You know, I mean, people tend to pray more and other people's situations. It is self-quick. Okay. It goes everywhere. By the time you look, my phones were blowing up, my husband's phones were blowing up. Everyone in my family, everyone around me, they get called from America, from London, everywhere, all over the place. And what will interest you more is to know that people that will not call me, I got married 3 times. There was a proposal, there was an engagement, traditional wedding, taikola, whatever it is you call it. There was a civil wedding, a white wedding, and then there was my church wedding. And Boko people in a way not call me for congratulating me, would call me to know, oh, you married on scatter. Like, is it true? Are you kidding? I mean, when I got married, it was all over the place. It was aired on AYV, it was on SLBC, it was on every social media platform. So you wouldn't tell me you didn't know, you didn't see it. And, or you couldn't call me to congratulate me then, but you want to call me to know if me married on scatter. Jokes on you. Anyway, so that was nothing, but we use, you know, we are a multimedia company, we do marketing, we do branding, so we come from different angles. So we use that as an opportunity to sell the Shukublai merchandise brand. And by the time we got back to the office that day, I tell you, Ambassador Bash, I'm not kidding you. We had over 20 people in that office out there to purchase. And that show, the show we had on that day, you know, we've had the highest view ever. It just tells you how there are people who went there to just be negative, there are people who were genuine, there are people who were just curious. But it just tells you about the kind of things people are interested in Sierra Leone, especially youth. Nothing serious, bad news, really, you know. So I think it's just left with us to be creative, to know how we maneuver things, how we handle things, and all of that to get what we want. At the end of the day, I tell you, I am not so bothered about what people say, Miss Sierra Leone, controversies. My life's been made, I mean, it's been entangled with controversies ever since I became Miss Sierra Leone up till today. So, I mean, there's no space for me to start crying, to throw myself.
You have a lot to handle.
I have a lot to handle. I have a family, I have a husband, I have younger sisters, I have sisters, I have siblings, I have a parent. You know, I have companies, I have a foundation, I have young people looking up to me. I get invited a lot to do.
And nobody else most influential women in Sierra Leone waiting.
You know,
so many things.
Yes, I have that award waiting for me. You know, so I'm in my corner. You may say, oh, she doesn't even deserve. What does she do? It's because she's Miss Sierra Leone. What I say to people is, if it's easy, do it. If you think I just achieved all of these things because I was crowned Miss Sierra Leone and I just sat down and folded my arms doing nothing, and then all of these are just coming to me because I am just this graceful child with so much favor, no work at all.
You have been working hard, to be honest, because there are a lot of beauty queens, so nice people out here that want to make things Sierra Leone, but we are there. You know, just came to the limelight just for that particular moment, and everything's just went down. You know, so quick one before we wrap up, Sarah. Executive Director for Eminence Africa, your husband is the Chief Executive Officer, and there are times you have the challenges at home. Does it reflect back at the office?
Not at all. So my husband and I, yes, I'm being honest, we mostly fight over work issue because this is something we're both very passionate about, and you know our work, we mostly work from Monday to Sunday. Sometimes we have events all through the week, and sometimes we work till like 5, 6 in the morning when we're producing events and all of that. So we mostly fight over work issues. So most of the time it's from the office to the home, not from the home to the office. You know? So yes, but we try to wrap our heads around and make sure to make things work, because it does work. People say, oh, how do you do it all the time? You sleep together, you wake up together, you go to work together. It works. For me, that was why at the start I mentioned self-development. Mindset is very important. If you said to yourself, it doesn't work, then fine, it wouldn't work for you. But I have said to myself, it works. And I find ways every
I know they are fine too, because the man find the woman say fine.
Well, we find ways to make working together work every day, because this is what we love, and we're building something. It's our investment. It's a legacy we're trying to leave. You know, footprints in the sand when we're gone. That is eminent. We're building something together. He has this thing going on. He has Afro Technology and Logistics, his company, and then we have Eminence together. And I definitely have other ventures I intend to, hop in as time goes.
And I know you have to give the attention a bit to the foundation.
Yeah.
Because it's also a memory.
Yeah.
Social media handles, a word of advice as you're living, Sarah?
Word of advice first.
Yeah, sure.
Hard work, discipline, passion. It's a lot. Our generation, things are evolving every day. It's a digital age. You know, it's a technological age. There's nothing you wouldn't want to know that you wouldn't know. You know, it's just a click, hey Siri, what's this and what's that? And then you get information. So make sure to keep yourself informed every single time. Know what's going on around you in your society, in your country, around the world. Keep yourself informed and try to make sure to be involved in what you want to be involved in, not what people want you to be involved in. Everyone has a life. Everyone, you create your own pattern. Put your power in your hands. Your happiness, your sadness depends on you. You give the power to make you happy or sad. That person could be you. So work for you, make yourself happy, and do all it takes. I mean, to be you, most importantly, because that's the only way you stand out. I can never be better than Bash. So try to be Bash. Never. So I could only be better, or I could only be outstanding when I am me, when I'm being myself. So most importantly, be you.
Okay, social media handles.
Okay, Instagram, Miss_Salon_2018. And same on TikTok, Miss No underscores on TikTok, Miss Salon 2018. And on Facebook, Sarah Laura Tucker.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bash. This has been...
And continue being you. And my
most
regards to
definitely.
the husband and the rest of the eminence too.
I guess he sees you.
I know, you're doing amazing.
He's heard you.
And thanks for being behind the scenes always. This is the magic guy. I saw him there easily. Unless until you say if he did it.
Yeah.
Ben was there.
Yeah,
behind the scenes.
He's always somewhere you'd never see. He's very supportive, very hardworking. He doesn't sleep. You know, he makes most of the magic happen. Thank you, Mr. Solomon.
And you have the score.
Sorry.
He's the guy we call. Those single callers away. Ben got them. Ben got enough vlogs out of Sierra Leone.
Right.
And I respect you. Thank you so much, and keep doing you. So that's all for today, and many thanks to Sarah Laura Solomon for taking the time joining us here. And so many things happening on our part as an executive director for Eminence Africa, beauty queen, a coach, a motivational speaker, an MC, an on-air personality, so much on her to handle. We'll now join Ibrahim Kanu for our Innovation Corner, and that's all for today. Keep watching Afro Zone on Africa itself.
Hello and welcome. This is the Innovation and Entrepreneur Corner, and I am Ibrahim Khan. On this edition, I'm delighted to host Samuel Martin. He is a professional photographer and a graphic designer. He also doubled as the CEO of Sweet Photographic Studio. So, what thing give you the urge for graphic design?
I can say 2 years beginning to be my passion, and I'm not really the intention of that. How things will go, if it comes to your own dancing, open to care for.
So in actual sense now, you don't consider for the professional pathway?
Yeah.
So in terms of your clients and your projects, how best you can manage them? Because I understand so you get plenty of activity.
Actually, it's easy. But mostly you get a structure where you also snap. So you get 3 days to get a picture. If now wedding, for don't count 1 to 2 months. You can make full arrangement. So the anytime level now, you don't get the calendar fixed. Probably we can get some plans that we can come today, they want a picture today. But last week, let me create that space. If first you can snap, it will take 3 days to get a picture. For the other plan, maybe you can take emergency picture. Or something like that.
So we're quoting at the in terms of your capacity, like where you get them, choke events them, how best you manage them, because you can get maybe events like wedding, female service, then party, if they all match at the same time, how best you can manage the situation maybe?
And actually, I guess I'm a photographer. Some can in a studio, some I get friends then we enjoy really get good connection.
So they outsource.
Yeah, so I just can tell them I get program, can help me snap. Or you help me video, you help me snap. I'm not going to talk about the program on that side. So something like that.
There was a time where you get an incident with your studio. So how best time did you meet you?
It's so hard. From our point of view, like I have himself.
So how quickly you are able to recover from that?
It's like the same week. Yeah. It's like the same week. You come out with all the body. But it's like the same week I will recover 2 good friends and some good customers. They saw what happened in the studio. So we're not easy.
Exactly. So as a photographer, how best you don't use your talent or your skill for impact to life of young people?
And the entertainment side, that I want, I read beaucoup money. Always beaucoup too focus on our focus by the money. So I read people from Monday to the studio, from Monday, some I don't travel self. When I photograph a job,
nice training for you.
Yes. Don't even be decided to even photograph by the entertainment side. And I started even record with them, sweet sound. So I get 2 artists, 1 female, and 3 artists, 1 are female, 2 are male. Yeah.
So what will be your word of advice to young people out there?
Well, the best advice I can give anybody, and even to the youth and even to the parents, then best advice for now, really country when really want to skill very important. Not all man for work in office. Skill very important. If you learn skill, even if you learn the first service are the other thing. For the country will be right now, and the people really know now, people graduate for the job. Yeah. So most of you, even the one that we learn the book set, rather than say go to work, we learn the skill much 100 times better than me for the annual video.
So if the people want to get in touch with you, how better will reach you?
Well, the Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter as Sweet Photography, even popular. So we get one number in +222 88143748.
Right, many thanks to our guest. He is Samuel Martin. He is a professional photographer and the CEO of Sweet Photographic Studio. And many thanks to the rest of the team, and I am Ibrahim Kanu.